Beginning Konohagakura no Sato Village. A great village of 5 great villages. It was created by Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. Many clans lived in Konoha, but our main character was from the Hyuga clan. The Hyuga clan is a clan that possessed the great Byakugan Dojutsu, which is on par with the Sharingan or Rikudo Rinnegan eyes. Byakugan can see chakra flows through objects and at a distant distance. There are 2 branches in this clan, the main one and the side one. On the side branch there are seals on the forehead, a bird in a cage. They were considered garbage for the main branch. At death, the seal disappears, and Hyu's eyes are simply destroyed. Our main character, Hyuga Naruto, was from the side. He was considered a genius among geniuses. Now he was walking from the library to the clan. He was an orphan. Walking to the block, he heard screams. Running there, he saw 3 drunken jonin beating a boy the same age as Naruto. He abruptly jumped up there and stood between the jonins and the boy. "Don't beat him up," said Naruto. "And why is that?" "He's a demon," Jonin said. "He is not a demon, he has blue eyes and yellow hair, and if he was a demon, then you would definitely be dead now," said Naruto. "Listen, he's right, let's get out of here," said the second jonin. "The jonins are gone." Naruto sat down in front of the boy. "How are you? Can you make it to the hospital?" Naruto asked. "Yes, thank you," said the boy. Naruto picked up the boy and threw his arm over his neck. They walked slowly towards the hospital. "What's your name at least?" "The Savior," the boy asked. "You have to introduce yourself first," said Naruto. "My name is Menma Uzumaki, I am the future Hokage Dantabi," said the boy. "I see, my Naruto Hyuga," said Naruto, "and you are not as arrogant as other Hyugas. Only one girl is kind, really shy," Menma said. "You're probably talking about Hinata-sama, and I'm not arrogant, because before we die we are the same," said Naruto. "And why Hinata-sama?" Menma asked. "Well, I'm from a side branch, my task is to protect her, we are essentially servants for them," said Naruto. "Oh, will you be my friend?" Menma asked. "Well, why not?" said Naruto. So they walked to the hospital. At the hospital, the famous Kakashi Sharingan was coming to meet them. He saw 2 guys going to the hospital, and one of them he recognized was Menma, and he was covered in blood. He immediately ran up to the guys. "Hi, what's wrong with you?" Kakashi asked. "And, Kakashi-sama, Menma was beaten by the jonins, but I stopped those, so I decided to help him get to the hospital," said Naruto. "Well, okay, let me help you," said Kakashi. He sent a clone to the Hokage. They didn't want to take Menma, but after Kakashi's strict look, they began to treat him. Later, the Hokage came. "Kakashi, what happened?" Hokage asked anxiously. "Naruto Hyuga will tell you better," said Kakashi. "Hello, Hokage-sama, when I was walking home, I heard screams. When I got there I saw 3 men beating Menma, I stopped those and they left. I picked up Menma and carried her here," said Naruto. "Did you remember them?" Hokage asked. "No, it was dark," said Naruto. "Okay, thank you for saving Menma, Kakashi will guide you and tell you what you did," said Hiruzen. "Thank you, Hiruzen-sama," Naruto said and bowed. "Let's go, Naruto-kun," Kakashi said. Both went to the Hyuga clan quarter. Having passed there, they were met by 2 guards. "Hello, Kakashi-san," said the guardian. "Hello, don't scold the guy, he saved the boy, so he stayed late," said Kakashi. "Okay, we will tell the head, and you Naruto go to your house," said the guardian. "Goodbye, Kakashi-san," said Naruto. Naruto walked towards his house. He was small, but not bad. After going into the room, he lay down on the bed, as a voice called out to him. Naruto turned to the voice and saw a man. A man in his 30s with a curved horn that grows from his left eyebrow and wraps around the back of his head, and then shows up from behind his temple, resembling a crown. The iris and pupil of his right eye are similar to a wheel with 8 stripes radiating from the center, while his left eye is a Byakugan. He has matching tattoos on his chest and back. On his chest he has a pillar of 6 magatams with a pattern resembling a black hammer. His hair, right eyebrow, and beard are cut short in unusual alternating zigzag patterns, and his nails are painted black. The man preferred to dress in an elegant slim-fitting tailcoat with long sleeves and a large collar that reclines over a pair of baggy trousers tied at the ankles. The coat is embroidered with patterns corresponding to his tattoos, with vertical pillars consisting of 8 drawings of magatam on the sleeves, as well as with similar patterns on the back, where the second magatam is replaced by an emblem with a black hammer. "Hello, descendant," said the man. "Hello, who are you?" Naruto asked. "I am your ancestor, my name is Ishiki Otsutsuki," said the man. "My Naruto Hyuga," said Naruto. "I know, I came with the main purpose," Ishiki said. "Which one?" Naruto asked. "I want to transfer to you all my power and how to use it. My right dojutsu has no name, your right eye will become the same. I will transfer Byakugan techniques of all elements and genomes, ordinary techniques, Fuinjutsu of the Otsutsuki clan, and how to use my power. A diamond will appear on your chin. When activated throughout your tattoos go to the body, but this is the first stage. The second is that you grow my horn. This mark is called karma. The seal, bird in a cage, will fall off you because of the power of karma," Ishiki said. "But why would you do that?" Naruto asked. "The Otsutsuki clan will come to your world, like my father against this clan, like my father from the main branch, but the Otsutsuki poisoned their leader. Your task is to protect this world from Otsutsuki," Ishiki said. "Okay, I'll do my job," said Naruto. "That's fine, only it will hurt, and you will sleep for 3 days. The brain will need to process the information." Ishiki said. He folded the seals and touched the guy's forehead. A rhombus appeared on the chin, the seal of the side branch just burned out. The right eye became like Ishiki's. Naruto took hold of his head and fell asleep hissing. "Good luck, my descendant, and I'll go to my father," Ishiki said, and disappeared. Naruto's chakra has become more powerful and larger than that of the 5-tailed one. But over time, in the meantime, his chakras are at the level of Jonin. 3 days later Naruto woke up and did not feel any fatigue. "So, I know everything that is needed, let's start training, but first we need to awaken the chakra and study the barriers," thought Naruto. He wore a white t-shirt with the hug crest on the back, black pants and black shinobi sandals. The coat of arms of the Otsutsuki clan of the main branch appeared on his chest. "Damn, we need to hide the eye until I can put a Fuin seal on them," thought Naruto. He found some kind of band-aid, and closed his eye and put on a band-aid. He also put bandages on his head so that no one would know about his mark. Naruto's appearance: a guy about 5 years old with black hair. They were long and straight. Insular facial features and a lavender-colored left eye. I described the clothes above. Naruto left the house and went to the abandoned Konoha landfill. No one trained there. Naruto, having gone there, began to remember. In order to awaken the chakra, you need to sit in the lotus position and imagine a light in your stomach. Later awakened the chakra, you need to disperse it, thought Naruto. He sat down in the lotus position and began awakening. He sat like that for 5 hours and finally his chakra opened. He spent another 3 hours to disperse the chakra. It was already noon and I had to go eat. He went to the city. Going into the store, he bought 2 pies. After eating one, he went back to the landfill. So now we need a warm-up, Naruto thought. In an hour, he made an exercise schedule. 40 push-ups, squats and presses, 30 laps around the polygon and 20 pull-ups that he began to perform. In 2 hours he coped and fell down without strength, although from birth he had the stamina of an Uzumaki, but for a 5-year-old it's a lot of work. He rested for 30 minutes. So, now I need to learn how to walk on trees and water. Later when I learn to walk calmly on water I will start learning barriers, Naruto thought. He also passed on all of Ishiki's memories, which made him wiser and gained combat experience. Time skipped 3 years. Naruto stats: Taijutsu, Strong Chunin, came up with a fighting style using Byakugan and starting to beat is not predictable Kaijutsu. Does not possess and will not Fuinjutsu. I learned all the Fuinjutsu of the Otsutsuki clan, but there are not many of them ninjutsu, strong jonin, studied Rasengan, shadow clones, shadow cloning of weapons, and knows the elements, but it's too early for him to train them. At 12 he will study Shunshin, bodily flicker, Hiration and the element Senjutsu, does not own Bukenjutsu, Umbu physical training, Anbu mind, smarter than the head of the Nara clan chakra, 2 Kage, and a maximum of 5-tailed control. Perfect, but because of the reserve, you need to improve often Jitsu. Perfectly mastered can resist Jonin, but not the fact that he will win. But now Naruto was walking towards the academy. In 3 years, he became good friends with Menma, Shikamaru Nara and Chuji Akemi Chi. At the academy, he saw Menma sitting alone on a swing under a tree. Naruto approached him. Hi, said Naruto with a smile. Hi, Naruto, are you also applying today? Menma asked. Naruto looked at Menma like he was an idiot. Stupid question, you and I are the same age, and we definitely need to become shinobi, said Naruto. I'm sorry, Menma apologized dejectedly. Why are you so sad? Naruto asked. Yes, everyone there came with their parents, and I'm alone, Menma said. I'm also alone, so I'll wait here too, said Naruto. Lying down on a branch later, the Hokage appeared and began to speak the propaganda, the will of fire. Naruto slept through it safely, but then someone grabs him by the pant leg and pulls him down. Naruto didn't have time to react and fell from a tree. It was Menma. What are you doing? Naruto asked, knocking the dust off his clothes, looking angrily at Menma. The distribution has begun, Menma said. Chunin appeared on the stage near the Hokage and began calling classes. Menma, like Naruto, got into the elite class. When all the children were seated, and Naruto and Menma were on the last desk, the teacher came out. He was a brunette about 25 years old with brown hair that was pulled back in a ponytail. There was a scar on the bridge of his nose. He was dressed in the usual uniform of Chunin Konoha. And so, children, I am your teacher for all 5 years. My name is Irika Yumino. There will be no lessons today, only you will need to introduce yourself to others. I'll show you an example. You know my name. I love ramen and obedient students. I don't like naughty students. My dream is to become the director of the academy, and the goal is to make strong shinobi out of you, Irika said. They started calling everyone Sasuke Uchiha, said Irika. A girl with black hair with a blue tinge and black eyes came to the board. Her hair was pulled back in a ponytail. I am Sasuke Uchiha. I love the clan and family. I don't like fools and weaklings. The dream is to surpass my brother. The goal is to become worthy of the Uchiha clan Harem. The girl said coldly. Okay, the next Menma Uzumaki, hissed the teacher. A cheerful Menma came out to the board. I'm Menma Uzumaki. I love friends, and especially Naruto. I don't like to wait for ramen to brew. A dream, as well as a goal to become a Hokage Dantabi, said Menma. Joyous someone started laughing. Sasuke snorted arrogantly. Naruto just looked at him. Okay, next and last, Hyuga Naruto, said Irika. Naruto put his hands in his pockets and calmly walked out to the blackboard. Everyone looked at him searchingly, even Sasuke. The guy's hair had grown to his hips, and bandages covered his right eye. My name is Naruto Hyuga. I love friends. I probably don't like traitors and stupid people. There is no dream, and the goal is to fulfill its purpose, Naruto said calmly and monotonously. Okay, sit down, said Irika. Naruto started to climb calmly, but one of the non-clan tripped up. Naruto looked at him like an idiot and just stepped on his foot. He removed her crying in pain. Naruto sat back down. Time skip 5 years. During this time, Naruto pulled taijutsu up to the level of Umbu, as well as ninjutsu up to the level of Kage, studied Hiration, Shunshin, bodily flicker. He also studied the techniques of fire, water and gas. There was also an incident where the entire Uchiha clan was cut out, except for Uchiha Sasuke, and the prince of the Itachi Uchiha clan did everything himself. There was also an incident in the clan. Flashback: Naruto was 10 years old. Just recently there was a cutout of Uchi. Naruto was walking towards the house of the head of the clan. He decided to move to the main branch. When he arrived, he saw Hinata training with Hanabi. Hello, Naruto-kun, Hinata said. Hello, Hinata-sama and Hanabi-sama, said Naruto and bowed. Are you going to your father? Hanabi asked. Yes, said Naruto, he's in his office, I'll take you there, Hinata said. I will be grateful, said Naruto. They entered the house and walked towards Hayashi's office. I was also sitting at the table and filling out documents. Dad, he's coming to you, said Hinata. Okay, leave us, Hayashi said obediently. Hinata left the office. Hayashi looked at Naruto. What did you want? Hayashi asked rudely. I know there is a tradition, if a clan member from a side branch defeats a member from the main one, then the first one will go to the main one. Can I go through this? Naruto asked. Yes, then go to the training ground. Soon I will come with a fighter and elders, Hayashi said. Thank you, Hayashi-sama, said Naruto. He immediately headed towards the landfill. After about 20 minutes, the others came and so, one-on-one combat, you can use everything, but the main branch is forbidden to use the seal, bird in a cage, said Hayashi. Ready? The elder asked. Yes, said Naruto and stood up in a stance. PF, I'll easily turn him into a cake, said Hyuga. We have begun, said the elder. Hyuga immediately ran to Naruto in taijutsu. Both activated Byakugans and started the battle. 10 minutes later, Hyuga had a couple of chakra points closed on her hands. Naruto didn't have any serious injuries. But Hyuga took a desperate step. He folded the seals. Naruto should have grabbed me by the head. But then Naruto removed the bandages from his forehead and there was no mark. You are naive, said Naruto. He folded the seals sharply. Suetun, the technique of hidden fog, said Naruto. A fog with a chakra opened at the training ground. Hyuga began to look around. But for a second he was lying on the ground, and every point of his chakra was closed. The fog was gone. Hugh stood with shock. Naruto. Hyuga, now you are a member of the main branch of the clan, Hayashi said. Hi, Hayashi-sama, said Naruto. And flashback: Menma's studies were not so good, he was dumb as a cork. Sasuke started calling him Uzuratanki, and Menma called her Dobe. They managed to put them together for the 3rd year of study. If it wasn't for Naruto who sits between them, then they fought in class. Naruto himself deservedly received the title of the best and wisest student of the academy in history. Naruto was neutral to everyone. Menma's best friend. A lot of girls ran after him, and Sasuke was interested in his strength and knowledge. But now the Genin exams have been passed. Menma could not pass him, he was sitting on a swing. Naruto was about to approach him when Mizuki appeared at Menma's. There they had a dialogue going on and Naruto was eavesdropping on them. When the two separated, Naruto dragged Menma into an alley. Hey, what are you doing? Menma asked. Hush, you are being used. There was no such test in sight, but I offer you a plan, said Naruto. Which one? Menma asked. I will teach you shadow clones. They are better than illusory ones. Later we will go to the Hokage, warn him and take him for bait, said Naruto. And who will be the bait? Menma asked. Don't be stupid, you will bring a scroll, and in the bush's eye and the Umbu squad. The result, when Mizuki comes and asks for a scroll, he will be twisted, said Naruto. Okay, let's go, Menma said. They went to the Hokage where they explained the whole situation. He agreed and allocated a detachment of Umbu. Everything was going according to plan. And in the forest at the edge, when Menma was reading the scroll, but everyone thought he was pretending, Iruka showed up. Menma, give me the scroll, Iruka said. Not like no, Mizuki-sensei said that if I bring him this scroll, I will become a genin and be on Naruto's team. Menma said, but then a big shuriken flies into Iruki's back. Mizuki was sitting on a branch with a shuriken on his back. Menma, give me the scroll, Mizuki said, where's my blindfold? Menma asked, give me the scroll here if you don't want to die, Mizuki said menacingly. No, Menma said. Then Mizuki twisted Amba. Damn, then, Menma, you are a vessel for the demon fox. Mizuki did not have time to finish, as he was knocked out. Menma's eyes widened. Am I a Kyuubi? Menma asked the air. Then Naruto comes up to him and puts his hand on Menma's shoulder. You're still that fool who wants to become a Hokage, and Kyuubi wasn't always a demon. He saw the rotten side of a person, you saw it too, but you remained kind, and he decided to stop being neutral. That's the result. He was used as a weapon, said Naruto. I see, Menma said. Menma was given the title of Genin and a shinobi armband. Hiruzen also promised that these two would be on the same team. Now Naruto was walking to his classroom. A joyful Menma was walking nearby. There was a shinobi bandage on his forehead, and Naruto had it on his shoulder. They entered the auditorium where the others were sitting. Everyone looked at Menma with shock, and even someone managed to make a joke. Loser, where did you get the bandage? Asked the clanless Genin. Shut up, I got it legally, Menma said and sat down. Naruto-kun, where did he get the bandage from? One of Naruto's fans asked the girl. Well, he completed an important mission to capture the traitor of our village, so he was given a bandage, Naruto said calmly. Naruto himself was calm and never raised his intonation when Menma was too emotional but he can even create an illusory clone, said the clanless one. Well, here Menma is stronger than you, he does not get an illusory clone, because of the large amount of chakra, because of this he has poor control, but he has learned a good technique that replaces illusory clones, Naruto said and sat down in his seat. No one wanted to say anything. Everyone in the class was afraid of becoming Naruto's target. His genius was compared to the genius of the fourth Hokage Minato Namikaze. Sasuke sat with composure and looked out the window. This enraged Menma and he jumped on the desk behind which the last Uchiha was sitting. What do you want, Uzuratanki? Sasuke asked. Shut up, Dobe, Menma said. Then the clanless one accidentally pushed Menma, and the last one was already flying on Sasuke. But a second and their lips had to touch as a palm appeared between them. The palm was Naruto's. Well, Menma, the first kiss does not need to be taken in this way, just if you want to roll up, then you just need to do it differently, said Naruto. Menma looked away and blushed. Let's go to the place, tomato, said Naruto. Iruka entered the office, who began his plasma speech with tears. There was also a half of the class that was crying. Naruto was in parallel. And so, now I'll name the teams, said Iruka. Team number 10, Shikamaru Nara, Chuji Akimichi, Ino Yamanaka Sensei Asuma Sarutobi, said Iruka. A man of about 30 years old entered the office. The shape of the face was like a monkey, he also had a beard like the third Hokage, he had a Konoha bandage on his forehead and a 12 Ninja Defenders bandage on his belt. He was dressed in the usual uniform of an elite John's Leaf, and he also had a cigarette in his teeth. Team number 10 out, said a man named Asuma. The team safely left the office with Sensei. Team number 8, Kiba Inuzuka, Aburame Shino, Hyuga Hinata and Sensei Yuhi Kurinai. A girl of about 26 years old with black hair up to her hips came into the audience. She was dressed in a dress that covered the bandages, as the dress was the color of her eyes, namely red. The girl's forms were large, about the third size, as well as aristocratic facial features. Team number 8 on the way out, said a girl named Kurinai. Like the 10th team, Team 8 walked out of the auditorium with Sensei, and Team number 7, Sasuke Uchiha Sakura Haruno. Iruka did not have time to finish as he was interrupted. Hooray, I'm with Sasuke-chan, Sakura said. Ahem. Iruka coughed. Sakura considered Sasuke her best friend, and she loved Naruto, as did the entire female part of the class. Sasuke alone didn't care about him from the high bell tower. She was interested in him as a shinobi. She was a kunoichi, not a prashmandavka. Sorry, Sakura said, sitting down, and so, let's continue. The third participant of Menma Uzumaki, said Irika, but he was interrupted again. Why, an elite shinobi future Hokage should be with this evil Uchiha in the team? It would be better if Naruto were in her place, Menma said, waving his hands resentfully. Yes, let me finish, shouted the angry Irika. Menma immediately shut up. And the last genin of Team 7 is Hyuga Naruto, and Sensei is Hatake Kakashi, said Irika. Is it possible to have a team of 4 people without including Sensei? Sasuke asked. Naruto and Menma are friends, they will work well in a team, so Naruto signed to you, said Irika later. Irika started calling other teams and they began to disperse. After 20 minutes, only Team 7 was sitting in the audience. Description of the genins of Team 7. Naruto, a guy about 12 years old with black hair that was straight to the level of the shoulder blades. The right eye was covered with a Konoha protector, while the left eye was a lavender-colored Byakugan without a pupil. Under the left eye, the Japanese number 4 was visible, which meant death. He was dressed in a black jacket with a high collar, the inside was white. The jacket had a lot of pockets, but it also looks beautiful. Under the jacket is a pure white t-shirt, black cargo pants and black shinobi sandals. There were bandages on the shins and wrists, and on the hands were gloves of black color without fingers. Under the lip was a tattoo in the form of a black diamond. Aristocratic features and a calm look. Almost all things are in the seal that stands on the wrist. Naruto is able to defeat an ordinary Umbu, but later he will get very tired. All his strength will be revealed by the age of 15. The boy himself is calm and kind, and tries to help everyone, especially orphans. Menma, a boy of about 12 with spiky wheat-colored hair and eyes as blue as the sky. He had 6 stripes on his cheeks like a fox's mustache. Round facial features. He was dressed in an orange jumpsuit, but there were also blue details. Konoha's protector was on his forehead, and on his feet were blue shinobi sandals. The boy was at the level of an average genin. Because of the shadow clones and the average level of taijutsu, he was very kind and stupid, but he always dreamed of becoming a Hokage. Sasuke. The girl was about 12 years old, her hair was black with a hint of blue, the hair itself was gathered in a ponytail, but a few strands fell on her face. She was dressed in a blue t-shirt with a high collar and the coat of arms of the Uchiha clan on the back. She also wore short white shorts and blue shinobi sandals. There were bandages on the knees and elbows, and there was also a pouch for kunai on the right leg, as well as white bracers with blue stripes on the wrists. On her forehead she had a Konoha protector. The girl was at the level of a weak chunin. She was cold, arrogant and reserved. Sakura canon. 3 hours later, a man of 25 to 30 years old came. He had ashen hair that did not know the laws of physics. Also on the face was a half-face mask that hid the mouth and nose. There was also a Konoha bandage that hid his left eye, and he was dressed in the uniform of an elite Konoha jonin. In his hands was a book, Ika, which was written by Jiraiya. It's stuffy here, so I'm waiting on the roof of the academy, said a man named Kakashi and disappeared in the smoke genins. Irritably, they climbed the stairs to the top. The floor on the roof was made of white slabs. There was a black fence on the edges of the roof, as well as trees growing all over the roof in special boxes made of slabs. And so, introduce yourself and tell us about yourself, said Kakashi. Show an example, Sakura asked. Okay, my name is Hatake Kakashi. I love and I don't love you. It won't be interesting. My hobby is reading. I'll keep my dream and goal to myself, said Cyclops Kakashi. But you didn't say anything. Sakura's board began to scream. So show me how you need to, Kakashi said irritably. I am Sakura Haruno. I love, a look at Naruto. Sasuke-chan, I don't like the fool Menma, a dream, look at Naruto again, Sakura said. Now you, said Kakashi pointing at Uchiha. I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I don't like to keep it to myself. I don't like much. My hobby is training. it's a dream for children, but I have a goal. To kill my brother and resurrect my clan, said Sasuke. Now you, said Kakashi pointing at Menma. I am Menma Uzumaki. I love friends, in particular Naruto and ramen. I don't like to wait for ramen to cook for a long time. There is a hobby of ramen, a dream, as well as a goal to become a Hokage, Menma said with a smile. Allah 32 is not the limit. Well, you're the last one, said Kakashi, looking at Naruto. I don't see the point in telling about yourself. As an experienced shinobi and a former Umbu captain, you know what you need about us all, Naruto said calmly. Okay, said Kakashi. Okay, said Kakashi. So, a stupid fool who fell in love with Hyuga, an avenger, Hokage syndrome, and the calmest wisest student of the academy in history. What a hemorrhoid. Okay, at least the last two get along. Uchiha respects Hyuga to some extent, and Haruno will do everything Naruto says. Kakashi thought, okay, so we got acquainted. Tomorrow come to the 7th training ground at 5 o'clock in the morning. I also advise you not to eat, said Kakashi and disappeared in smoke. Naruto-kun, can we go on a date? Sakura asked. No, I don't like you as a girl. If I had a choice between you and Sasuke, I would choose Sasuke, Naruto said calmly. And why is that? Sasuke asked frowningly. It's more interesting with you than with my fans. Menma went to Ichiraku, said Naruto. Of course, Menma said, so everyone dispersed. Sakura's heart was broken. Her object of adoration refused her. Polygon 7 had at its disposal many trees, mannequins for weapons and taijutsu, a river, but our team, where Naruto and Kakashi were absent, were lying under a tree. They were sleepy and hungry. Then Naruto appeared out of a whirlwind of leaves. He approached the guys. They looked at Naruto angrily. Where have you been? Sasuke asked viciously. Yar, I just guessed that he would be late and decided to come later, said Naruto making a gesture of peace. Okay, said Sasuke. Then Menma's stomach made a sound that he wanted to eat. A blush appeared on the blonde man's face, and he turned his head away. Why didn't you eat? Naruto asked with a smile. Sensei forbade us. Did you eat? Menma asked. Well, he didn't forbid, but advised, so I ate, said Naruto. But 2 portions of ramen appeared in his hand. He handed the first to Menma, the second to Sasuke. I'm sorry, Sakura, I don't have any more, Naruto said, smiling guiltily. Nothing, I'm not hungry, said Sakura. Thank you, said Sasuke, embarrassed. Thank you very much, Menmoi said with a smile. Menma ate half, and Sasuke ate everything. Suddenly Menma turned to Sakura and held out the ramen. You also eat. If you are not full, then it will be worse for us, Menma said. Thank you, said Sakura. Everyone was full later, and only an hour later Kakashi came. And so, I'll get right to the point. Your task is to take the bells from me, said Kakashi. He took out 3 bells from his pouch. But there are only 3 of them here, Sakura said. That's right. One of you will return to the academy, said Kakashi. Let's start. Everyone disappeared into the leaves, except Menma, but Naruto took him by the scruff of the neck. Fool, don't tell me that you wanted to show your strength as the strength of the future Hokage, said Naruto. That's right, Menma said. Oh my god, he's an elite shinobi Konoha, and you're a genin. He'll crush you and won't notice, said Naruto. What's the plan? Menma asked. At first we only observe, said Naruto. They started watching everything. Soon everyone heard a cry of fear. This cry was made by Sakura, but when Kakashi leaned on a tree, a lot of kunai and shurikens flew at him. They hit exactly the target, but a second and there was a log instead. Sasuke jumped out of the bushes. She attacked in taijutsu. She hits Kakashi with her hands, but he catches them. She groups and kicks from above, but Kakashi again blocked the blow with his hand. He hit her with his foot and she flew off. But Sasuke immediately folded the seals. Kato, a fireball, said Sasuke. She began to spew fire in the shape of a ball 3 by 3 meters. The fire consumed Kakashi, but instead there was a log again. Sasuke started to look around, but a second and she is up to her neck in the ground. Kakashi was standing 3 meters away from her. Just then they heard the sound of a voice. Suiton, the technique of hidden fog, Naruto said in his voice. Then the fog from the chakra enveloped Kakashi and he had to retreat. When the fog cleared, Sasuke was gone. Interestingly, both know the techniques of the elements, so also Hyuga and the fog technique, not bad students. However, Kakashi thought Naruto, Menma and Sasuke were sitting on a branch. Will you work with us as a team? Naruto asked Sasuke. And I can handle it myself, said Sasuke arrogantly. It makes no sense to show your bad character. You yourself should understand that we are just snotty genies for the former captain of the Umbu, said Naruto. Sasuke said nothing, and Menma looked at Kakashi with shock. I have already come up with a plan, and Menma plays the main role in it, said Naruto looking at Menma. And what is it? Menma asked with anticipation. In general, Sasuke and I distract him, and you use the seduction technique with your clones. He's a pervert, since he reads Jiraiya's books, said Naruto. I'm ready, Menma said. Me too, Sasuke said. Okay, let's go, said Naruto. Sasuke and Naruto went out on the field and looked at Kakashi. Naruto's veins swelled around his eye, which meant that Byakugan was activated. Have you decided to unite? Commendable, said Kakashi. Come on, Sasuke, said Naruto. Both rushed at Kakashi. Sasuke hit Kakashi's torso, but he evaded the attack. Naruto was already behind him and was going to close the point on his torso. Kakashi shifted the blow to the elbow, but Sasuke regrouped and struck again. Now Kakashi had a choice, to get under Sasuke's attack, or to deactivate his shoulder with a blow from Naruto. He decided on the second option, since Sasuke's blow went to the solar plexus. But Naruto managed to strike at the other shoulder, which is why Kakashi's hands were not even able to move. Menma. Naruto shouted. Then 6 men came out of the bushes, who approached Kakashi and folded the seal of concentration. Seduction technique, Menma said. Instead of Menma and his clones, 6 beautiful blondes appeared. A bloody stream went out of Naruto's nose, but a second later his eye was closed, and Kakashi was knocked out, which meant that Kakashi was unconscious. Well, that's it, mission accomplished, said Naruto, giving 5 men me. And what are we going to do? Menma asked, as a sign that he was late. I think we need a punishment for him, said Naruto. And what is it? Sasuke asked. Here Naruto did not smile kindly. He passed the bells to the others and took the book from Cyclops Kakashi's pouch. Now wake him up, said Naruto, putting the book in his pouch. Menma walked up to Sensei and jumped on his stomach, which woke him up. Damn, you won, said Kakashi, who was going to take the book, but then he didn't feel the book. If you're late again, I'll burn your books in a second, said Naruto, throwing the book. A month has passed since that moment. Our team performed D-grade missions, weeding the vegetable garden and many different rural tasks. Kakashi was lying under a tree while his students were working, but now they were standing at the Hokage. The genins were evil, except for Naruto and Kakashi. And so, here's a new D-rank mission for you. Hiruzen did not have time to finish as he was brazenly interrupted by Menma. Old man. Give us a more serious mission, Menma said. Is he right? When the enemies attack, should we show how we plow the gardens or catch cats? Naruto asked. Doesn't Kakashi train you? Hiruzen asked. Cyclops just sits under a tree and reads his books, said Naruto, and turned his head away. Kakashi wanted to give him a slap on the head, but the guy abruptly dodges and closes the points of the chakra on his hand. Kakashi, why the hell don't you train them? Evil Hiruzen asked. Sorry, Hokage-sama, Kakashi said. Naruto pressed him again on the chakra points and they opened. Okay, your first C-rank mission, you need to escort the builder to the land of waves, Hiruzen said. We agree, Menma answered for everyone. Okay, Tazuna-san, called the builder Hiruzen. The office in which there was Team 7, Hokage and Chunins, who give out the task, was in bright colors, and the table at which important personalities were sitting was found by the window. An old man of about 50 years old, a gray-haired man with glasses with a big beard and dark eyes, entered the office. He wore a V-neck shirt with sleeves with an obi belt, trousers and a pair of sandals. He also wore a towel around his neck and a pointed hat on his head. And these kids will protect me? Especially this blind one, said the old man. Naruto turned to him and veins bulged around his eyes. If you are a stupid person and don't know one of the great dojutsu, then I feel sorry for you that you can't recognize a member of the Hyuga clan, Naruto said calmly. Okay, in 2 hours at the gate, Kakashi said and disappeared in the haze. Naruto disappeared in a whirlwind of leaves. 2 hours later, everyone was at the gate except Kakashi. Sasuke, like Menma, were already boiling, but then Kakashi began to approach the gate with a book in his hands. Sensei, you're late, Menma said. Not that, Kakashi said. Suddenly his book began to burn. There was fear in his eyes, or rather horror, as well as sadness and despair. He fell to his knees. My book. Whimper. You animals. Whimper. There is no good left in the world, Kakashi muttered, crying. Next time it will be hair, Naruto said with a grin. Kakashi stood up abruptly. Okay, let's move out, said Kakashi. They set out on their way. The forest was green, which meant it was the middle of summer. Birds sang and flew, and rivers murmured. Different animals ran, running away from the animals for more. The team was walking along the trail. Since Tedzuna did not know how to run through trees, they also made rest stops. Let's take a break, said a breathless Tedzuna. Are you kidding me, old man? We rested half an hour ago, Sasuke said menacingly. Sasuke, he's a civilian who doesn't have a chakra, said Kakashi. What the fuck is he fucking then? Why is he squirming then? Naruto asked. You're just a brat who has strong eyes, Tedzuna said. Naruto viciously activated Byakugan and appeared in front of Tedzuna, took him by the neck and lifted him above himself. Cyclops, Kakashi-san, I'll kill him myself, rather than bandits, said Naruto. Let him go, Naruto. Kakashi ordered. Naruto threw Tedzuna like garbage. You're a pathetic nobody. If you're older, it doesn't mean you're stronger. That's why my grandfather's clan hates people, Naruto said, and the last sentence in a whisper that no one heard. 15 minutes rest and go on, said Kakashi. Kakashi-san, keep your puppy on a leash, what am I paying you for? Angry Tedzuna asked suddenly. Naruto folded the seals. Suetun, a time bomb, said Naruto. Suddenly he spat out a small drop and it landed on Tedzuna's body. The same immediately laughed. And this is a technique? Tedzuna asked sarcastically. As they say, small, but dashing, another bad word in the direction of Shinobi Konoha and you will fly up into the air, said Naruto. Pf, you're a weakling, said Tedzuna. I wouldn't be kidding, I once saw a technique in the likeness. This is a very dangerous technique, said Kakashi. This drop of water is already inside your body, so your body will be in tatters, said Naruto, and they went on. They had been walking for 2 days and a large puddle appeared on the way. It hasn't rained for a long time, so it's a trap. Let's see the reaction, thought Hatake. So hide that even the students of the academy can recognize, but okay, we'll see, thought Naruto. They began to pass by the puddle, as 2 Nukanons jumped out of it. They were the demon brothers, Gozu and Meizu, renegades of rank B, both Chunin Kiri. They twisted Kakashi with their chain and cut him into 3 parts. Everyone except Naruto was in shock, and only Sasuke was able to get together as well as Hyuga. The first Gozu flew to Naruto, the second to the builder. Gozu was already flying at Naruto as he easily dodged to the side and hit him in the stomach with a soft palm. From this, Gozu turned off, as the center of the chakra was damaged by the blow. Naruto took the hand with the chain and pulled it to him. Meizu was about to punch Sasuke and Sakura, who stood in front of the builder, when he flew into a tree and blacked out. Sasuke saw that Naruto did it. He brought the bodies to one point and Kakashi appeared behind him. Good job, Naruto, Kakashi said. Gozu is no longer a tenant, I hit him in the hearth, and he is already damaged, said Naruto. Good, Kakashi sighed. A second later, Naruto cuts Gozu's throat with his kunai, everyone except Kakashi was shocked. Naruto wiped the kunai and put it in his pouch. Why did you kill him? Menma asked. He was already dead, I just didn't make him suffer, said Naruto, but he could have been saved, Sakura said. Can you hear yourself? He is an apostate. If he survived, he would start killing civilians again, just like Menma. Every Hokage should be able to take drastic and risky actions, and killing is just the key to the world of shinobi. If not you, then you, Naruto said. He's right, Kakashi said. Kakashi walked up to Tazuna and looked at him. Do you want to tell us, Tazuna-san, about who ordered you and why you lowered the rank of the mission? Kakashi asked. I'm sorry, our country only had enough money for a C-rank mission. The money magnate Gato is operating in the country of waves. I won't be offended, said Tetsuna with pity. We are Konoha shinobi, so the choice is yours, said Kakashi looking at the genins. We will, said the genins. Naruto, you are like the wisest of genins. Explain your train of thought, Kakashi asked. Well, I have my own principles. I don't want anyone to become an orphan like me at 4 years old, said Naruto. Okay, let's move out, Kakashi said. They set out on their way. They had been walking like this for a day, but then a fog enveloped them. Get down, Kakashi shouted. Kakashi picked up Sakura and Tazuna, and Naruto, Sasuke and Menma. A healthy sword flew over their heads, which crashed into a tree and got stuck. A man landed on it. Standing on the sword was a tall and relatively muscular man with pale skin, short pointed black hair, brown eyes and small eyebrows. He could usually be seen with bandages, which he wore like a mask covering his lower half of his face. He wore the protector of his native village on his forehead, turned sideways, was shirtless, and his chest was covered only by a belt with which he wore a kubikuribocho on his back, as well as baggy trousers with a typical striped kirigakure pattern, dark armbands reaching to his elbows, along with their corresponding gaiters. Wow, Kakashi's Sharingan himself, said the man. Zabuza Mami, the demon of the bloody mist, the former swordsman of the hidden mist, Kakashi said as if he had read. I am flattered that the copying ninja Konoha himself knows me, said Zabuza. Don't interfere, this is my fight, said Kakashi, lifting the blindfold from his left eye. When he opened his eye there was a red eye with 3 commas. Everyone except Naruto started asking questions. Where did he get the Sharingan from? Thought Uchiha. The battle began, but after 20 minutes Kakashi was already 1 step away from unconscious. But then Zabuza appeared from behind Kakashi. Suetun, a water prison, said Zabuza. Kakashi found himself in a sphere of water, which Zabuza was holding with one hand. Run! Kakashi shouted and disconnected. Damn, I won't be able to win it on my own. It's time to activate karma. Although I haven't trained it, I'll probably switch off, Naruto thought. Sasuke, Menma, I'm using one technique now, but after it I'll turn off. I'll neutralize the Zabuza, and then your step, said Naruto. A second later, stripes began to pass all over Naruto's body. Zabuza became interested in this technique and he created a clone out of water. But Naruto folded the seals. Suetun, water arrow, said Naruto. A water arrow appeared from the water behind him, which simply pierced the body of the Zabuza clone. But he created a clone again. Kato, the song of the fire dragons, Naruto said. Folding the seals he blew out flames that took the form of small dragon heads. They punched the clone and even managed to damage the original, but he had already created 5 clones out of water. Naruto folded the seals again. Gazuten, clouds of death, said Naruto. He started blowing out the gas that the clones had accumulated. But a second and he blew out the fire and all the gas just exploded, and everyone was pushed away because of the blast wave. Naruto went out on the water surface and looked at Zabuza. What are these patterns? Thought Zabuza, shall we dance? Naruto asked, standing up and activating Byakugan. Zabuza did not have time to answer anything, as he was already in flight. Naruto was standing in the same place where Zabuza used to stand. He took Kakashi by the scruff of the neck and threw him towards his team. He looked at Zabuza, but 2 senbons flew into the swordsman's neck. Umbu Kiri appeared there. Thank you for helping, said Umbu and took the body with the sword. Naruto approached his team and fainted. Naruto woke up next to Kakashi, who also began to open his eyes. Naruto's right eye was closed as always, as was Kakashi's mask with an eye patch. The remaining team number 7 enters the door. How are you? Menma asked. It's fine, Naruto replied. I won't be able to walk on my own 2 feet for a day, I need crutches, said Kakashi. Sasuke took out her crutches and handed them to Kakashi. These are crutches, Tsunami-san, Sasuke said. Naruto calmly stood up and helped Kakashi up. And what was this technique in which your body was wrapped in stripes? Sasuke asked, thirsting for such power. It is not possible to learn this technique. I got it by making an indefinite rite and met with an ancestor who gave it to me, Naruto said calmly. Teach me, said Sasuke. It's not possible. For this you need to kill one creature, or for it to just give you its power. But it's unlikely, said Naruto. So, now we'll all go eat and train. By the way, what about Zabuza? Kakashi asked. He's alive, said Naruto. What? But some kind of needle flew into it, Menma said. It was senbons, not needles. Senbons cannot be killed, only temporarily stop the heart, said Naruto. The genins stood in prostration. So why didn't you finish him off? Sasuke asked menacingly. My level is an ordinary Umbu Konoha, with the Kage technique, but I activated it for the first time and got an overstrain of the body and the center of the chakra, said Naruto. They went downstairs. The residents of the house were sitting there. The kitchen was combined with the living room. The kitchen was made of wood, and there was a chair in the center. The ceiling with walls was made of light wood, and the floor was made of dark wood. There was a girl sitting at the table. She has long blue hair and black eyes. She wears a pink shirt with short sleeves, and the collar is painted red. She also wears a long blue skirt. There was also a boy sitting there. He has dark hair and black eyes. In the first season, he wore a white hat with blue stripes under the edge of which he usually looks at people. He is wearing a green jumpsuit over a yellow t-shirt and a simple pair of sandals. There was also Tazuna. Hello, said Kakashi and Naruto at the same time. Hello, have a seat, my name is Tsunami, and this is my son Inari, said the girl. Nice to meet you, my name is Hatake Kakashi, and my student is Naruto Hyuga, said Kakashi. Everyone sat down and started the meal. Naruto sat quietly and ate, like Kakashi, and Sasuke and Menma competed who would eat faster. Hyuga only sighed heavily at this. You're like children, stop it already, said Naruto. Well, you, Ria bug, said Sasuke and blushed prettily. Everyone was surprised by this behavior. And so the training went on. Naruto stayed at home more often, because he knew the topics of training. All the training went on for a week. Sasuke, Menma and Sakura learned to walk on flat surfaces, although Sakura finished before the others, but now Naruto was left in the house, and the rest went to the bridge. When they arrived, they saw fog and disconnected builders. 2 silhouettes emerged from the fog. Later it turned out to be that Umbu and Zabuza. Sasuke, Menma on you Umbu, Sakura guard Tazuna-san, said Kakashi. Everyone went to their opponents. Sasuke and Menma were trapped in ice mirrors. They began to fire senbons, and when a hail of senbons flew into Menma, Sasuke stood in front of him, but she did not feel the pain. Both turned into shock. Naruto stood in front of them with a smile, who looked like a hedgehog because of the senbon. Sasuke's eyes, like Menma's eyes, turned red. Only Sasuke had 2 commas, and Menma's pupil became pointed. They beat Umbu to a pulp, who turned out to be Hakuyuki. But when Menma wanted to kill him, he disappeared and protected Zabuza with his body. Sasuke approached Naruto when Menma approached Kakashi. Why did you come? Sasuke asked, sobbing. Flashback. Naruto was sitting at home again when he heard the rumbles below. When he came down, he saw 2 robbers who wanted to kidnap Tazuna's daughter, at the same moment Inari wanted to stop them. Hey! Attracted the attention of Naruto. Everyone turned to the sound and saw Naruto, and his left eye was activated. Wow, Byakugan, and he's worth a lot, said the robber. One ran at Naruto, who looked at them with disgust. He hated people more and more, and Ishiki's strength began to give its arrogance. The robber already wanted to chop off Naruto's head, as he immediately hit the robber's wrist with his hand. From this the blow was stopped, and the hand with the katana broke. Aaaaa. The robber yelled. The second bandit ran at Naruto, but the latter just jumped and pinned him in the wall with his feet. He took both of them by the scruff of the neck and left the house. After going into the forest, he threw them there like garbage. He hit 2 palms in the stomach area, and they turned into porridge. Later he went to the bridge, and flashback later came Gato, who was killed by Zabuza, but also died himself. The robbers already wanted to fly to Konoha Shinobi, but residents appeared and Menma created clones with Kakashi. From this the bandits were shocked and quickly fled. When Menma looked towards Naruto, he saw that Sasuke was lifting him on his shoulder, and Naruto himself was standing with his eye open. A week has passed since the mission in the Land of Waves. The bridge was named after Menma, and no one was against it. Later, missions of different ranks continued, but the mission with Tazuna was promoted to the rank of A. Sasuke always blushed in the presence of Naruto. No one understood what was wrong with her, but now they were going to the bridge near landfill number 7. When everyone came, Kakashi appeared there. And so, I recommended you for the Chunin rank exam, but for this you need the whole team to go, said Kakashi. We agree, Menma answered. For everyone. What kind of Maroka? Ordinary fights for rich people who bet on fighters, said Naruto. You need to talk to Shikamaru less. Menma said, I agree with Naruto. Sasuke said with a blush, I agree too. Said Sakura, then, well, you need to come to the academy in 301 auditorium in 3 days, there will be the first stage, said Kakashi. He handed the forms to the 4 and disappeared into the haze. I suggest we go to Ichiraku, Menma said. Why not? Said Naruto. I won't refuse, said Sasuke. I'm not going, I have to go on business, said Sakura. Everyone went in the right directions. After going to Ichiraku, they sat down at the counter and ordered ramen. Everyone had to order for themselves. Menma, as usual, ordered 5 portions of medium ramen, Naruto 2 medium portions, and Sasuke 1 standard portion. In 20 minutes their orders were ready, and it took 30 minutes to destroy the dishes, and when Sasuke wanted to pay, she did not feel a purse in her pocket and realized that she had forgotten it at home. Naruto noticed the actions and understood everything. He put his money for a portion of Sasuke, and the 3 went out. Sasuke could be seen blushing. After all, the boy was not her relative who paid for her for the first time. I'll pay you back, said Sasuke. It is neither necessary nor beautiful when a girl gives money to a guy for what he paid for her in the store, said Naruto. Well, good luck to you, we'll meet in 3 days. Menma said and ran away. Now Menma was fooling around with Konohamaru, but then they used the seduction technique and Sakura saw it. She ran after these 2. But then Konohamaru bumped into some guy. A guy about 14 years old, in a black baggy jumpsuit, also a hat with cat ears, and on the hat itself there was a protector of the village of sand, or in another Tsunoguru no Sato. The guy had black eyes and thin eyebrows, and there was coloring all over his face. There was a barrel hanging behind his back. Also standing next to him was a girl of 15 to 16 years old. She had clear eyes and blonde hair that was gathered into 4 ponytails or bunches. Suna's protector was around her neck, and she was wearing a purple dress. The belt was red, which held a fan. On her left thigh, as well as on her right knee, she had a mesh. The guy picked up Konohamaru by the collar and began to look into his eyes. Apparently they don't bring up children in Konoha. Well, I'll have to teach a lesson, said the guy. Kankuro, don't do this, we don't need any problems. The girl said, I'll figure it out myself. Tamari, Kankuro said, but then a stone flies into his hand. Sasuke was sitting on a tree and throwing a pebble into the air. let go of the child, Sasuke. Demanded Kankuro gritted his teeth and let go of Konohamaru, who hid behind Menma, but then Sasuke felt someone else's presence from behind. Turning around, she saw Gaara and reflexively jumped back. But then Naruto appeared from behind Gaara and put kunai to Gaara's neck. But a second later Naruto broke through the sand, but later he disappeared in the haze. It turned out to be a shadow clone. A second later, Naruto appeared in front of his team with an activated Byakugan. You attacked a villager, you have to pay for it, Naruto's voice said in a deathly voice. The geniuses of the song did not answer anything to this, because they understood that the situation was not in their direction. I have already reported this to the Hokage, let him decide what to do with you, if you are guests. This does not give you the right to beat the villagers, said Naruto. Okay, tell me your name, said the red-haired man. You need to introduce yourself, said Naruto. Sabaka no Gaara. Gaara answered with a smile of a maniac. From this smile, everyone except Naruto was uncomfortable. Hyuga Naruto, replied Naruto. Weak LL meet at the exam, said Gaara, and the Sonovites left. Team number 7 was approaching the academy, where the first stage should take place. They went to the second floor. Menma and Sakura already wanted to pass, but Naruto took them by the scruff of the neck and led them to the third floor. Are you blind? There was 301 audience, Menma said. There's genjutsu, so shut up, said Naruto, lowering them. They passed on, when a thick-browed leaf genin in a green jumpsuit came up to them. Sasuke-chan, become my girlfriend, said Gustabrovic. No, Sasuke replied. Here genin fell into depression, but immediately came out. He looked at Naruto. I challenge you to a fight, said genin. Come on, said Naruto. A second and he had to block a blow to the torso with his left foot. A moment later, there was another blow from the other side. Naruto caught 2 legs and started to hold them, but then he hits his head with his hand. Naruto leaned his head in the other direction in time. He looked at genin and hit him in the solar plexus. He flew to the wall where he was caught by a turtle. Later the same thick-browed man appeared out of the smoke, only older and in a Jonin Konoha vest. It was the famous Mato Gaida. You would follow the actions of your student, even though he is strong in taijutsu, but there are much stronger opponents, Naruto said calmly and respectfully to Jonin. Okay, my name is Mato Gai, and this is my student Rock Lee, said Mato later. The two left shouting about the power of youth. Team 7 went on. Going to the door, Kakashi was standing there. Good luck to you, said Kakashi and disappeared in the haze. When the team entered, they began to send murderous ki to the team. They just simply kept silent. Naruto immediately went to his desk, where he sat down and began to wait. Another genin with ashen hair and big glasses approached the teams of Konoha genins. He started to tell something, but the doors opened abruptly and a man of 40 years old in a gray uniform of the interrogation squad entered the audience, as well as a black cloak was thrown over the uniform. There were many scars on his face, but a bandana covered half of his head. Everyone shut up and sit down, the man shouted. Everyone sat down in their seats, and the man went to the blackboard, which stood in front of the desks. I am the examiner of the first stage, Ibiki Marino. Now you will be given forms with 9 questions. Your task is to fill them out, as well as if they find that you are cheating, then disqualification, said the man. And when is the 10th question? Genin asked. 40 minutes after the start. It will be oral, Ibiki said. Everyone was given leaflets, and only some realized that the questions were not for genins. Naruto, like Sakura, filled in themselves, although the first one could write off thanks to Byakugan as Neji Hyuga, the genius of the Hyuga clan. Sasuke was cheating with the help of Sharingan. After 40 minutes, almost everyone wrote, only Menma did not fill in anything. He was weak in theory as in genjutsu. And so, put the leaves aside and listen to the 10th question, said Ibiki, who pressed his key for all 40 minutes. Each genin put down the leaves and began to look at the Ibiki. I will immediately say the rules of this question. The one who does not answer will never become a chunin, but if you leave, Then you will be able to pass with the team next year, said Ibiki. 10 minutes and half of the audience left, 1/3 of the entire audience remained. And so, those who remained passed, said Ibiki. Everyone's heart sank into their heels, but there were incomprehensible exclamations. Then what is the essence of the question? Genin asked. Chunin and higher rank shinobi should take risks. There were also 9 questions in order to see how you get information, said Ibiki. But then a black cloth flew through the window, on which were the initials, Forward Youth. This cloth covered Ibiki, and all held 4 kunai. A 23-year-old girl with purple hair tied in a ponytail flew in through the window. She also had light brown eyes. She wears, as a rule, an equipped mesh suit that extends from the neck to the hips. Also, she usually wears a brown coat with purple in the seams and pockets on each side, a dark orange mini skirt, a dark blue belt and pale gray brushes. In addition to the typical head protector, she also wears a small pendant that looks like a snake's fang, and a wristwatch. Everyone looked at her with concern, but Naruto and Menma were not interested in whether they had self-development or Hokage's dream in the first place. And so, little ones, I am the examiner of the second stage, Anko Mitarashi. I am waiting for you tomorrow at 10 in the morning at the 44th training ground. Ask around from others, the girl said and flew out the window. I won't describe them, because it's a brand and boring, and yes, I'm not lazy, I just used to have a lot of time, and now my time is taken up by a computer and games, the second stage of the canon. Now all 15 genins or 5 teams stood in front of 3 Hokage and many jonins. And so, everyone who passed, well done, but now there will be fights, since there are too many of you. And there will be a lot of people at the third stage, said Hiruzen. He went back to the others, and Jonin came out to the genins with bags under his eyes. And so, I am the examiner of the third stage, Gecko Hei 8, 1-on-1 fights will begin now. The winner of the fight will go to the third stage. Who cannot or does not want to participate, then raise your hand. Now everyone is for himself, your team will remain, said Jonin. An ash-haired man named Kabuto Yakushi came out. Okay, now the names will be displayed on the screen. The rules are simple, you can kill, but it is undesirable, the rest can be used. Heiate said, the fights are canon, I will not describe them, since the usual battles of kids, but I will describe the Naruto fight, and so, the last fight, since Hyuga Naruto was without a pair, the screen will choose the opponent. Heiate said. The names of the opponents began to scroll on the screen. But I stopped at Kankuro. Naruto, Hyuga and Sabaka no Kankuro, please come to the center, said Heiate. The named ones came out. Kankuro immediately took out his doll, and Naruto activated Byakugan. Ready? Nods, let's start. Heiate shouted and jumped back. Let's finish it now, said Naruto, folding the seals in 5 seconds. He folded more than 300 seals. Suiton, explosive water dragon, said Naruto. A second later, a large water dragon flew out of his back, which transformed from nowhere. This dragon flew towards Kankuro and there was an explosion. Steam appeared from the explosion, as well as the inscription, "Art is not mine." When the steam dissipated, everyone saw a calm Naruto and a half-alive Kankuro, who had doll parts lying around. It was obvious that he had closed them, but it did not help him. Everyone was shocked that a 13-year-old boy used a strong water technique without the water source itself. Temari was ready to tear Naruto apart for this, but under the gaze of the Psycho Gaara, she stopped wishing for the death of the white-eyed one. The winner, Hyuga Naruto, said Heiate. Naruto appeared at his team. But a second later, a residual clone stood in his place, and he himself returned home with a bodily flicker. A month of training has passed. During this month, Naruto studied different techniques and fighting styles. Sasuke studied with Kakashi when Menma studied the draft, but now Temari and Shikamaru have fought, where the first one won. There was also a fight between Menma and Neji, where Uzumaki won. And so, the next fight, Naruto, Hyuga and Shino Aburame, said the examiner. The named ones came out. Almost everyone turned to Hyuga. albeit one-eyed. I don't see staying long, said Naruto. Let's get started. The examiner shouted, Kato, the great fireball, Naruto said. Folding the seals he blew a ball 15 by 15 meters. This ball rushed to Shino, but he survived thanks to the bugs. I give up, Shino said. Later there was a fight between Sasuke and Gaara. There was also an attack by Orochimaru in which Hiruzen died. A week has passed since the attack. The council decided that the next Hokage should be one of the legendary Sanins. Jiraiya immediately refused, but Tsunade Senju, the granddaughter of the first Hokage and the best medic, remained. Jiraiya and Menma went after her. The mission was successful, but Sasuke suffered after meeting two of the Akatsuki on the way, which were Itachi Uchiha and Kisame Hashigake. Chunin was made by Shikamaru and Naruto for their skills and intelligence. But now Shikamaru, Naruto, Kiba, Neji, Chuji and Menma were standing at the gate. Since Sasuke had left the village. Menma, bring her back, Sakura asked, crying. Don't cry, Sakura-chan, I'll bring this Baku here, Menma said with a smile. Stop talking with tongues, let's move out, said Naruto. They wanted to make Naruto the commander, but he refused in the direction of Shikamaru. They went on their way. They were stopped by the Four of Sound. Chuji took over the fat guy full. Kiba took a shinobi with two schizophrenic personalities. Neji took on a shinobi with 6 spider arms. Shikamaru took over the girl with the straw. Naruto and Menma were running across the clearing, but then a guy with ashen hair and green eyes landed in front of them. There were 2 red dots on his forehead. The hair was also divided into 2 parts in a strange zigzag. You can't go any further, said the guy. Menma, go on, I'll take him on myself, since he's stronger than Sasuke and you. Go, Naruto said, standing up. Well, good luck to you, said Menma. The guy wanted to attack with a bone, but his blow was caught by Naruto's hand. I'm your opponent, said Naruto. Introduce yourself, please. I'm wondering who I'm going to fight to the death with, said the guy. Naruto. Hyuga, your turn, said Naruto. Kimimaro Kagaya, said the guy. That's how it means. Well, let's start, said Naruto. A second and bones grew out of the guy's hands. Naruto immediately activated the eye and tensed up. Let's start, said Shinobi. A moment and both ran at each other. In the hands of Hyuga were kunai in reverse grip. The moment and kunai stopped the blows, but they broke. Solid, thought Hyuga. The dance began, where Naruto won, but he did not give in, but he did not use karma either. Shinobi was at the level of Jonin, and the genome already gave the rank of Umbu. But after about 20 minutes of fighting in taijutsu and kenjutsu, Naruto jumped away from Kimimaro and folded the seal. Kato, the song of fire dragons, said Naruto. He blew out the fire, which I divided into 15 small shells. But later, all the shells took the form of the head of dragons. They quickly flew at Kagyu, but he abruptly put the backs of his hands in the direction of the shells. After 5 seconds, bone plates in the form of a shield came out of his hands. Interestingly, it is necessary to use an attack throughout the zone several times and he will fall without a chakra. Perfect, Naruto thought. He abruptly folded the seals. Gazuten, clouds of death, Naruto whispered. He started blowing smoke that surrounded the entire area where Kagaya was. Explosion, Naruto said, folding the seal of concentration with one hand. There was an explosion, from which different waves went, which demolished trees, but when the dust settled on the ground, he saw a sphere of bone standing around Kagaya. But the bones immediately disintegrated. Do you have a genome? Kagaya asked with shock. True, but I understood the effect of your genome. You release the chakra in any limb, and because of the clan, the chakra is immediately transformed into bones, but it's chakras, said Naruto. That's right, here it is, minus the genome, said Kagaya. Kato, the fire cannon, said Naruto. He spewed fire, which took some form of a ball and very quickly flew at Kagyu. But, as expected, he put himself under protection. But his skin turned brown, and the sclera of his eyes turned black. Damn, he puts up protection, and another mark like Sasuke's. As I understand, this mark is not karma. We will also have to activate karma. We also need to use a mass Suiton. Naruto thought symmetrical patterns began to spread across Naruto's body. Suiton, the cutting wave, Naruto said. Folding the seals, he spewed a stream of water from his mouth. This jet easily cut through a shield of bones like butter. Damn, he has the same mark, but this one just feels strong. In front of her, I feel like I'm a pathetic parody, and he also became stronger using her. We'll have to use this technique. Kagaya thought. He buried himself in the ground and began to release the chakra. And after a minute, big bones began to grow out of the ground. If not for karma and Byakugan, then Naruto turned into a sieve. Damn, it's going to be harder to find him now. These bones release his chakra, Naruto thought, but Kimimaro flew out of the bones, and his hand turned into a drill. He was about to pierce Naruto, as he turned into fire, which formed into a sword and pierced Kimimaro's body through. I couldn't beat you. Kimimaro said the last words. The bones began to return to the ground, and the body took its usual shape. Damn, the form of fire took away almost all my strength. I won't be able to join the fight. Thank God I'm still conscious. I have to go after Menma. Naruto thought. Karma has returned to the rhombus on the chin. He abruptly activated his eye and started looking for Menma, but because of the weakening, he only saw the flow of Menma's chakra, but he could not find that situation itself. He ran in that direction and ran to the Valley of Completion, where Menma was lying unconscious, and Sasuke, who was standing over Menma without strength. Naruto, said Sasuke in disbelief, you can go. I'll say that when I arrived, I saw only Menma. Your goal, this is your goal, but when you kill him, I'll start looking for you seriously, said Naruto. Thank you, said Sasuke. She immediately disappeared into the trees. Naruto began to slowly approach the Menma, where he saw Sasuke's armband with a line on the emblem of the village, which meant that she was an apostate. Putting the protector in Menma's pocket, he lifted it on his back and hobbled towards Konoha. Shikamaru was sitting in the hospital waiting for Menma to wake up, because the others are in tents resting from operations. Uzumaki's eyes slowly began to open while the whole body was wrapped in bandages. Where am I? How's Naruto? How's Sasuke? Menma asked. Are you awake yet? I asked, approved Shikamaru. Answer my questions, Menma demanded. You are in the hospital. You were brought by Naruto, who is weak, but is responsible for the failure of the mission. Sasuke, as you understood, left. Naruto found you unconscious, and her protector was lying next to you. Now he's in your jacket pocket, said Shikamaru. I see, Menma said dejectedly. Naruto was sitting on one knee in front of the elders of Konoha, Hokage, clan heads, and the civil council. Naruto Hyuga, how do you explain the failure of the mission to return Uchiha-sama? Exclaimed the head of the village council, Hokage-sama. I don't understand why the civic council is present at the report. Naruto asked, and what don't you understand? The head of the village council asked again. I know all the laws of Konoha like the back of my hand. At the moment there is a conversation about the shinobi mission, which means that the village council can't say nothing here. They are not as unrelated to the shinobi craft, so I will ask you to be quiet, Naruto said coldly, and his eye looked into everyone's soul, from which the head of the village council and other members of the council shuddered. Okay, tell us why you couldn't complete the mission, the head of the Nara clan asked. The mission was of rank A. We were hindered by 2 new Chunins and 4 Genins, 5 shinobi of rank Chunin or Jonin. I took on the strongest, a shinobi of the level of Jonin, but he was from the Kagaya clan and had the clan genome of Shikatsumiyaku, the genome of bones. Because of this he was of the Umbu level, so another mark like Enko Mitarashi or worse. I was lucky that a ninja hunter walked by and helped me defeat the shinobi and took the body as a reward. Later, I went after Sasuke and Menma, to whom I instructed to follow Sasuke. when I came to the Valley of Completion, I saw only Menma unconscious and the crossed out protector of Uchiha Sasuke. I took the protector and Menma and ate as I returned to the village, Naruto said monotonously. Clearly, it's commendable that you could hold out against an Umbu rank shinobi, but due to the fact that you failed an important mission, you will need to complete missions no higher than D rank for a whole month. To all those who performed the task, said Tsunade, I accept my punishment and there are no questions, said Naruto. Then you can go, said Tsunade. 3 years have passed. I heard that Menma and Jiraiya are coming to Konoha. My abilities without karma, taijutsu, kage or guy with 3 gates kenjutsu. I don't own ninjutsu, kage or Kakashi Sharingan ninjutsu, jonin. I can cure fractures and other medium injuries fuinjutsu, the kage of an ordinary village thanks to the seals of Otsutsuki, or Chunin Yuzushiobukun Itachi level genjutsu. I don't own senjutsu, Sanin mod on the ideal, the call of the phoenix. In the first stage of karma, I am able to defeat the 5 kage, and when in full karma, I am already able to defeat the shinobi gods, but if I use senjutsu, then, as with the first stage of karma. My character has become colder and calmer. I am an intelligence commander, due to the fact that my Byakugan does not have a blind spot between the shoulder blades, but I don't like it much. I'm just expendable. I also have arrogant cases. The seal begins to give out Otsutsuki genes, and these genes are arrogance. It is very difficult for me to control arrogance, but during karma I simply cannot control arrogance. Menma was walking and talking with his friends, and even found out that Gaara had become a kage. All this time I was sitting in the shade and looking at him. Later, assuming a disguise, I approached him. As they thought, they didn't notice me. So we reached Ichiraku Ramen. There he ordered ramen, as did Sakura and Konohamaru. When they put a plate of ramen in front of Menma, I abruptly took the plate out of his nose and started serving ramen myself. Everyone was in shock, and then my technique dissipated. I didn't even call a friend. What a bad boy, I said with a grin. Naruto. Ah, you're an infection, my ramen. Menma began to get angry. And you don't get sick, I said. I see you changed your outfit. Uzumaki noticed my appearance. I shaved my hair and started tying it in a ponytail to make it easier to use full karma, and to make the horn look beautiful. I began to wear the usual set of clothes of Jonin Konoha, but you could see that my right eye was closed. He was covered with a bandage like one of Kiri's shinobi. Ao. I left a tattoo under my eye. Right, how's the training? I asked, translating the topic. It's fine. How are you? What is it? He asked. It's fine, an ordinary shinobi routine, I answered monotonously. Well, there's nothing, I'll go back to the team and return Sasuke-chan, he said happily. It won't work. Our peers and the team of Gai-sensei received the title from Chunin, and Naruto-kun and Neji-kun received the title of Jonin, while you go to Genin, Sakura said. Well, damn, well, let's go to Bachan. Uzumaki said dejectedly. We had nothing to do but disagree. Konohamaru went about his business, and we moved towards the residence. Going into the office, we saw Tsunade with Shizuna. Shizun once again chastised Tsunade for drinking. They have nothing to change. Ba-chan, Menma said with a smile. Ah, Menma, hi, said Tsunade. And where, Kakashi-sensei? Menma asked, is he coming now, ready for missions? Tsunade asked, yes, I hope I will be in a team with Naruto and Sakura. Uzumaki said, no, Naruto is the commander of intelligence, and the one who does not present me with unnecessary problems, said Tsunade naturally. I was a good commander, and I brought very few problems to the Hokage, as well as there were not many questions. But I understand that I am an ordinary pawn on the field of strategies. If something happens to me, they will put another one more or less up to my level. I have to restrain myself, because if I reveal all my strength, I will be allowed to experiment. In front of everyone, I am not going to reveal my full karma and eyes yet. With all my strength I can defeat Konoha, but I will be very weak in the end, and if I make an alliance, then I will not survive. A check was scheduled later. I was sitting on one of the trees and threw a cigarette in my teeth. Damn, Asuma hooked me on cigarettes, but it's even nice. Menma showed his ingenuity. He used Kakashi's weakness, perverted books. Well, okay, I'll read it later, there's almost nothing to do anyway. Menma and I were sitting in a ramen room and talking as in childhood. I restrained my arrogance very well with him. He had a power that was stronger than the Jubi chakra or the Ishiki-san force. He could just convince the enemy to surrender. He will become a great person. My arrogance subsides in front of him. Listen, since you're the head of intelligence, you must have a nickname, he suggested. That's right, I have it, the all-seeing eye, I said with nostalgia. It's kind of weird, Uzumaki said. You're a streaky one yourself. Many people are shaking from this nickname, I said with irritation. And why did they call you that? What is it? He asked. Well, my Byakugan sees without a blind spot, and it's also impossible to hide from me, even using senjutsu or completely hiding the chakra, I said. Stupid days of the same type, why I agreed to become the head of intelligence. So much paperwork and hemorrhoids. I shouldn't have started talking more with Shikaku-san and Shikamaru, but then a breathless shinobi bursts into my office. Naruto-san, Konoha was attacked by 6 people, presumably Akatsuki, shinobi reported. Damn, apparently this leader is Pain, Rinnegan. It's not Hilo, as Jiraiya-san wrote there are 6 of them, so it's 6 shinobi of the Kage level, it's clear. So I'll try to combine karma without a horn and a senmod. Report this to the Hokage immediately. I shouted. Hi, said shinobi and disappeared into Shunshin. I immediately flew out of the building and activated karma. Then I see how a centipede appeared, which began to destroy the village. Here she has already moved towards the residence. But she was defeated by Sakura. No wonder Tsunade's student. The massacre began. The shinobi repelled the attacks, but it didn't help much. I helped civilians evacuate. But when almost everyone was evacuated, the city began to destroy and a crater with the size of the entire Konoha appeared. This technique was called Shinra Tensei. It pushes away everything that is possible. But then there were toads with Menma, but he has senjutsu. I wonder if I will help him destroy the bodies that I activated senjutsu, and in the blink of an eye I was in front of the 5th Hokage, who for some reason stood in front of Pain and made speeches. A second later, I folded the seals. Suetun, the cutting wave, I said in a whisper, started spewing from my mouth and killed the body that was restoring the others. Menma has already dealt with 2 bodies, but then he was pressed with black pins. I abruptly flew at him, as I will soon turn off. I am running out, the body is quickly draining strength. I pulled out all the pins and looked at Menma wearily. Next is your move, Menma, said Naruto. A second and I see darkness. I opened my eyes in the same black space, and later Ishiki-san came out of the shadows. Hello, descendant, he said calmly. Hello, Ishiki-san, I said and bowed. I'm surprised that you got so much power with only 20% of mine. Hisadi was in shock. How's that? I asked with incomprehension. I deceived you and gave you 20% of the power, 10% went into karma, the remaining 10% into the eyes. If you use all your strength and full karma with senmod, then you are equal to Momoshiki Otsutsuki, a strong opponent, said Ishiki. But why am I here? I asked, guessing. You fell into a coma, your body was not ready to receive 2 powers at once, so you are in a coma, even though 5 minutes of strength have passed here, but a month has passed in your life. You should have woken up in 3 days, because of karma, but some old man gave you a drug. The drug prolonged your coma. Only after 6 months you will get up. I will not be able to do anything about it. He also tried to extract your left eye, but the seals that you put did not give it to him. Ishiki said. Okay, so what should we do, Ishiki-san? I asked. Wait, I will give you all the power. I hope you are not affected by the arrogance of the clan? Ishiki asked. It works, but it's hard for me to control it, but with Menma my arrogance disappears, I said, it's a pity that your genes have awakened, but okay, I'll give you all my power, and your chakra will rise to the level of Jubi. Your face looks like mine, this long tail doesn't suit you, Ishiki said and disappeared. It's decided, I'll cut off my hair, leave 5 centimeters, in general, like Ishiki-san, only without these patterns, but then I start to open my eye and see Orochimaru in front of me. I touch my face and feel a certain beard and long hair. You woke up quickly, and you can even move. Orochimaru was surprised. I dispersed the chakra. What's in the world? I asked. End POV. Naruto, War. Uchiha Madara declared the Fourth World War. I resurrected the past Hokage, and they went to the battlefield together with Sasuke, as well as your best friend made friends with a fox, said Orochimaru. So, did you miss everything interesting? Is Danzo dead? Naruto asked. Yes, died against Sasuke, said Orochimaru. Naruto pulled out 2 kunai from the seal and cut off his hair. He also shaved. In front of everyone stood a young Ishiki without a horn. We can move out, said Naruto. Stripes began to go through the body, meaning that the first stage of karma is activated. They were running very fast towards the 5 Kages. When they arrived, they saw 5 seriously wounded Kage. Karen, let Tsunade bite you, and you Suigetsu connect her body, said Orochimaru under the grumbling. They did it. Okay. Go ahead yourself, and I went to the Menmi, said Naruto. Okay, good luck, Naruto-kun, said Orochimaru. Naruto simply disappeared. He used the technique of the fourth and appeared behind Menma. Everyone felt a strong, very strong center of chakra like Jubi, and no one realized that it was Naruto. Menma immediately jumped back, and Minato stood in front of him. Sasuke was next to Sharingan in the eyes, which had 3 tomo. Naruto? What did you do with your hair? Menma asked with shock. Who is this, Menma? Minato asked. This is my first and best friend. He was in a coma all this time. Naruto Hyuga, the former commander of Konoha Intelligence, or as they called him, the All-Seeing Eye, said Menma. A lot has changed while I was sleeping, Naruto said monotonously. Naruto, Sasuke whispered. And hello to you, Sasuke, said Naruto. Whose side are you on? Tobirama asked. I'm from Menma, said Naruto. So Team 7 is back together? Menma asked with a smile. Enough Uzuratanki, said Sasuke, but no one expected the following actions. Naruto took off his vest, and later a shinobi sweater. Everyone saw the relief press and the coat of arms of the Otsutsuki clan of the main branch. All the kunoichi were red, and blood flowed from their noses. Only Sasuke had a faint blush. Jubi roared with extraordinary force and began to collect Jubi's mega bomb. Obito, what's wrong with him? Madara asked, looking at his partner. He hates Hyuga for some reason, and this rage suppresses our control. Obito explained. Large orange wings grew out of Naruto's back, and pigmentation appeared around his eyes. Start, Jubi, Naruto said, spreading his hands in different directions. Air, roared Jubi. He fired a bomb towards the alliance and in particular Naruto. But he didn't even move a muscle. He abruptly tore the blindfold from his right eye, having opened the eye with a pattern, the form of a wheel, stuck to everyone. The bomb was already in the alliance as it shrank to the size of Naruto. But he abruptly put one of his hands forward and the bomb retracted into the center of the palm of his hand. Weak, Jubi, said Naruto looking into Jubi's eye. Everyone was shocked by Naruto's strength. He took off and soared in the air with his wings soaring. Uchiha Madara, a psychopath who has gone mad, said Naruto looking at Jubi with his Byakugan. As I thought, it's better not to try to feel Jubi and his chakra. Hyuga, I will destroy you. Obito shouted. Try it, said Naruto. Past Hokages surrounded Jubi squares and put up a big barrier, which is under the power of a shinobi of the Kage level. Shinobi went there, but Jubi let out a lot of his copies of different forms. Madara was sitting in the distance waiting for Hashirama. Now Team 7 was looking at Jubi and his copies. And an idea came into their heads. We need to move there, said Sai, pointing to Obito. I know a guy who can jump over everyone here at a time, Menma said. it will be easier to slip through them, said Sasuke, and if someone gets hurt, then I will heal everyone, said Sakura. Well, Maroka, said Naruto. 4 of them bit their fingers and folded the seals. Summoning technique. For shouted 3 columns of smoke appeared. From the first came a blue snake, on which Sasuke was. A toad came out of the second one with a cigarette in his mouth and a tonto on his belt. A slug appeared from the third. Well, a little phoenix appeared on Naruto's head. Hi, set it on fire, please, said Naruto, putting a cigarette in his teeth. Okay, Naruto-chan, said the phoenix. He blew out a fire that ignited the cigarette. Naruto, of course pathetic, but he's small, said Menma. In vain you doubt the phoenix, which is more than Jubi, said Naruto. He looked at the phoenix that had taken off. Catch up, said Naruto. We, LLC, who will catch up with whom, said Sasuke, but Naruto looked at the phoenix. And it became the size of a kubi. Everyone was shocked by this. With one sweep of his wings, he swept away many spears. They flew towards Jubi and Obito. But then the phoenix spewed out a flame that gave way to the serpent. Menma and Sasuke created a Rasenshuriken with Amaterasu inside and rushed towards Jubi, but Naruto also folded the seals and began to give something out to Gazuden, the cloud of death. Naruto whispered, fly away. He added the bird caught the calls and Uzumaki with Uchiha and flew away. What are you doing? Uzumaki exclaimed, shut up, and look, said the bird. A second later, Rasenshuriken reached the target and an explosion thundered, which demolished everything with a radius where Uzumaki and Uchiha were standing. Uzumaki, like Uchiha, died, but resurrected with the power of the sage 6 ways. Naruto fought with Jinchuriki Jubi Madara almost on equal terms. Well, as equals, Naruto beat Madara, but not like a little child. Naruto himself also had bruises and cuts, but he healed serious wounds with the help of karma and Senmod. The power of karma, like the eye, increased. Using incomplete karma, he was able to defeat the shinobi gods. When activating full karma, he was already able to defeat Ishiki, but he would weaken for a week. But using Senju with karma, maybe the founder of Otsutsuki, but who knows? When Naruto wanted to hit Madara, something pushed him away. What the fuck was that? Naruto asked with shock. Looking around, he felt the chakra, but did not see it be a Kugan. But then he closed his left eye, and the right began to see a clone of Madara. It's clear, he can create clones in another dimension. Remote attacks probably don't take them, it means only near, you'll have to sweat, Naruto thought, considering the clones. And so the battle went on until the Uzumaki and Uchiha arrived. Be careful, my right eye sees clones from another dimension. They can hit and can pass through themselves techniques and weapons at long distances. I have an assumption, but for this, Sasuke, look Rinnegan at the terrain, said Naruto. Sasuke closed her eye where the Sharingan was burning and watched Rinnegan. Yes, I see 6 copies of Madara, said the girl. Our divine dojutsu with you see it. As I understood, only Rinnegan and my eye can see it, or eyes of the level of yours and my eyes, said Naruto. Then I'll skip the moments of the battle, since it's a pain in the ass to describe the battle of the 4 strongest at high speed, especially since I've been watching anime for a long time, and I don't remember the fights well, so excuse me. After the sealing of the Kagaya, the past Kages began to dissipate. But then the unexpected happened. Sasuke caught the tailed ones and Sakura in Genjutsu and went to the Valley of Completion, followed by Menma, who wanted to free Biju from the mini-planets where they were stuffed. Kakashi couldn't even make a move, as he had spent a lot of energy in the battle with Kagaya. Naruto's wings stretched back, but he closed his right eye with the same bandage before the war began. Later, he opened his outer clothing, which he sealed at the beginning of the fight, and put on. Sukunda and Rikudo sighed wearily in unison with Naruto. Like small children, said Naruto, and don't tell me, you'll have to stop them. And later dispelled Tsukiyomi, said Rikudo. The horn, as well as the tattoos, flaunted Naruto's body. I'm not Tsukiyomi myself right now, don't forget, Rikudo. Who my ancestor is and what he gave me, said Naruto. He began to fold incomprehensible seals to Mugen Tsukiyomi. Kai! Naruto exclaimed. Each person began to come out of the cocoons, and the Rinna Sharingan on the moon disappeared. Naruto completely dispelled karma and staggered a little. Using the tag took a lot of effort, but he will be able to get to the Valley of Completion very quickly. There was a very strong battle going on in the valley between the last reincarnations of the children of Rikudo. But when they stood in the avatars of their samurai and fox, the original Naruto appeared in front of everyone to stop fighting like small children. I have dispelled genjutsu, but there is no prison for Biju, so let's wrap it up, otherwise I will show why to be afraid of me, Naruto said monotonously, and even with a cold that could freeze something the voice startled both of them. No. I will create a new era. Sasuke did not have time to finish, as her samurai was nailed. It was not a request, but an order, said Naruto, who was standing on the samurai. He began to beat the samurai, and after 5 minutes of strong blows, he disintegrated. And you too, fox, said Naruto, looking with one eye at the fox avatar. The fox was gone, as was the cover. Sasuke disconnected. But before that she managed to free Biju. And then what? Menma asked, looking at Naruto. We are going back to the village. I destroyed Madara's body like Rinnegan. I will carry Sasuke, said Naruto. He carefully picked up Sasuke and both went towards Konoha. Sasuke was put in a punishment cell, but 3 received the title of war heroes, and Tsunade handed over the post to Hokage Kakashi. But now there was a council of clans about the fate of Sasuke. I propose to let her go, since she helped save the world, said Shikamaru. No, I suggest making her a Sao, said Koharu. From Menma and Naruto, a terrible ki began to emanate, and then from Naruto most of all. Old woman, are you ready to say this to Sasuke's face? Naruto asked. Of course, Koharu said, and if she is without shackles and seals? Menma asked. Then the old woman turned pale. I suggest we take Rinnegan and let her go, Hamura said. So they argued for half an hour and decided to take Sasuke's Rinnegan and let him go, but Team 7 didn't like this initiative. Naruto immediately made a night move. He put Hirashin's seal on the flask with Rinnegan, as well as his new invented seal on the elders of Konoha. Now Sasuke was standing at the gate with Kakashi. Sasuke, you are free thanks to the fact that your eye was taken away from you and you helped in the war. We tried to recapture you and your eye, but as you can see it didn't work out. Your eye is with the elders, but no one except them knows it, so good luck to you, and don't make mistakes, said Kakashi. Yeah, said Sasuke. But then Naruto began to approach them, who dressed as a friend, black raincoat, black shirt, black shinobi trousers and shinobi sandals. They also had fingerless gloves on their hands. Hi, I'm coming with you, said Naruto with a smile. Sasuke blushed. But, Naruto, you're a Konoha shinobi, you'll become a nuke nin, said Kakashi. No, don't forget, Kakashi, I'm Sannin, and they can safely leave the village, so arrivederci, said Naruto. Then good luck to you too, said Kakashi, and disappeared in a whirlwind of leaves. And why would you come with me? Sasuke asked, looking into Naruto's eye. This place annoys me, and I want to get out of here, Naruto said honestly. Well, then let's go, said Sasuke. They left the village and went wherever they looked, but leaning against a tree is Menma with a smile on his lips. And you won't even say goodbye? Menma asked. I saw you here in 20 minutes, said Naruto. Well, then have a good family life for you, said Menma, putting the protector Sasuke on a branch and disappearing. Both were red as tomatoes, but they took the protector and left. Now Hyuga and Uchiha were sitting on a tree and watching the sunset. I would like to give you something back, said Naruto looking at Sasuke. And what is it? Uchiha asked. A flask appeared in Naruto's hand where Rinnegan and Tomo were swimming. You could see the shock on Sasuke's face. Where did you get it from? Sasuke asked. I took it away before leaving, and also put a seal that has already killed the elders, but it will seem to everyone, even for Tsunade, that they died of cardiac arrest. It's not nice to take the eye, though, Naruto said. Thank you, of course, but who will transplant it to me? Sasuke asked, well, only eye, of course I'm not a pro like Tsunade, but I can transplant an eye, said Naruto with a smile. Thank you, this is my brother's eye, and it would be unpleasant for me to lose it, said Sasuke and blushed prettily. I understand, a relic, said Naruto. He put out his hand and printed out the table and the transplant tools. The girl lay down on the table. Naruto abruptly pulled out a syringe with sleeping pills and injected it into Sasuke's vein. She disconnected, and Naruto put up barriers and began the operation. After 6 hours, Uchiha woke up and looked at the guy who laid out a large tent and 2 mattresses for sleeping. Are you awake yet? Approved by what? Asked Naruto. Yes, when can I take off the blindfold? Sasuke asked. In 3 days, your eye needs to get back to the brain, said Naruto. Thank you, where will we go next? Sasuke asked. You will recover here for now, and then wherever you look, said Naruto. For 3 days they sat in a clearing where they set up a tent and trained. Naruto helped Sasuke in ninjutsu and taijutsu. They were sitting on a tree and looking at the red sky with an overflow into orange. Well, can I take off the blindfold now? Sasuke asked, looking at the guy. Yes, later I will give you Rinnegan techniques, don't ask me where they came from, said Naruto. The girl carefully removed the blindfold and opened her right eye. There was a Rinnegan with 6 tomos. Just don't use it too much, for about 3 more days you shouldn't use it, even though the eye has taken root in the brain, but there are no chakra canals yet. They have certainly grown, but with a lot of use they will burst, Naruto said, holding out the bandage. The blindfold was like his, which he put back on his eye. Why? Sasuke asked. No one knows that you have an eye. This bandage will not miss anything, even Byakugan will not be able to. You can also use an eye through it, but it does not work well, so put it on, Naruto said. The girl decided not to argue and put a blindfold on her eye. Now you can move out on the road, said Naruto with a smile. They went on a long journey of wandering. The couple walked along a quiet path and talked. Everyone felt at ease in each other's company. But then a hawk flew and sat on Naruto's shoulder. On the paw was a pouch with a letter and a symbol of Konoha. Naruto abruptly pulled it out and opened it. After reading it, he handed it to Sasuke. The same one also read the scroll and looked at Naruto. What is the plan of action? Sasuke asked. Well, I don't know. I don't see the point in helping Konoha. They already have a lot of strength in the face of Menma, but if we meet the same on the way, then we'll figure it out, said Naruto walking on. I see, said Sasuke, following the guy. So they continued walking, but they saw some people attacking some village. Appearing abruptly, Naruto folded the seals and blew out a fire that set fire to all the zombies, which is exactly what they were. Sasuke was able to remove the genjutsu and saw a sea of blood and 2 eyes that looked like the eyes of the hermit toads, only bloody shades. 2 Shinobi and civilians ran out to them. Thank you for your help, the elder apparently said. You're welcome, said Naruto. Seeing the surprise on Sasuke's face, he took the girl gently by the hand and took her aside. Did you see something? Naruto asked, looking into the black eye. Yes, the eyes looked at me like Menma's, only red tones, said Sasuke. Clearly, a member of the Shinoiki clan stood up against Konoha and us, said Naruto. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. The Shinoiki clan had a Kitsurigan dojutsu. It looks like you described it. The genjutsu of this dojutsu is weaker than Sharingan, but as I heard, improved versions may appear, said Naruto. What about the clan? Sasuke asked. Is dead, was framed by the wife of the daimyo of lightning, a long time ago, and the clan died in the Valley of Hell, said Naruto. What's the plan? Sasuke asked. I don't know, we'll wait and see, said Naruto. But then the elder's house catches fire. The elder's daughter comes out of it, and she was wounded by fire and began to swell into a ball. Naruto instinctively created a wall of water protecting everyone, as an elder ran out and ran to his daughter. Idiot, come back. Sasuke shouted. An explosion occurred, which demolished many civilians. I know where you can find information, said Sasuke after the incident. Naruto looked up at Sasuke. Orochimaru, whispered Sasuke. Okay, let's go then, said Naruto. Can I come with you? Asked Chino the shinobi girl who stood up for the elder. Okay, only if you get in the way, we'll leave you, said Sasuke. We came to Orochimaru's shelter in 2 days. There was already a team of Sasuke and Orochimaru. Naruto, dear, what is this place? Chino asked. From this, Sasuke and Naruto, as well as the Uchiha team, were shocked. An aura of death began to emanate from Uchiha. Don't call me that, we're in Orochimaru's lair, Naruto said as he cut off. And why do you need Orochimaru-sama? Karen asked. I need to ask you something, said Sasuke. Naruto followed Sasuke into Orochimaru's office. He was sitting and writing something in a notebook at the table. The room was in white tones, there were books and scrolls everywhere, there were also cabinets, tables and various tools for genetics. Oh, who do I see? The legends of the shinobi world, hissed Orochimaru. We have a case for you, said Sasuke. And what is it? Orochimaru asked. Konoha is being attacked by the owner of the Kitsuragan. Is there any information about this? Naruto asked. You seem to have left Konoha, misunderstood Orochimaru. It's simple, I'm interested in fighting with the owner of Kitsuragan, said Naruto. Clearly, I know where you can find one of the owners. He is in the arena in the city of apostates, said Orochimaru. Now the company of our heroes stood at the highest point, and so, a fighter of one of the legendary Orochimaru Sanins, a legend of the shinobi world and the first friend of Menma Uzumaki, the former head of intelligence, will act against the fighter. Meet Naruto Hyuga, said Juri. What does that mean? Naruto asked menacingly. It was necessary to interest him, and you are just a legend of the shinobi world, said Orochimaru. A second later, Naruto was already standing in the arena and looking at his opponent with his Byakugan. Come out everyone who wants to fight with me, said Naruto, getting up a pretentious stand. A lot of fighters came out, about 40 people. Naruto appraisingly examined all the opponents. Let's start, said Naruto, standing up. In 3 weeks, Hyuga learned Kenjutsu with a staff. A staff appeared in his hand and he spun it in his hands. The first 3 rushed towards Naruto. But he abruptly made a wave of his staff and threw them away from him. As soon as they landed, everyone heard Naruto's whisper. Suetun, the cutting wave. Naruto whispered. He let out a strong stream of water from his mouth. With this technique, he sent 5 people into unconsciousness. After about 20 minutes, all the opponents were exposed. All the shinobi were lying on the ground with wounds. There was fire and scattered weapons everywhere. Naruto himself was standing in the center without a scratch, only the overstrain of the eye could be seen, but then one of the spectators began to swell. Chino and her companion escaped, followed by Sasuke. Later, the Kumo shinobi arrived and detained everyone. Naruto went straight after Sasuke, helping the Kuma shinobi along the way. He ran to the Valley of Hell, where he saw the loser Chino and the tired Sasuke, who was bleeding from her left eye. Naruto immediately ran up to her and began to stop the blood. How are you? Naruto asked, looking into the black eye and purple eye. More or less, I used too much Rinnegan, but the channels didn't burst, said Sasuke. 3 days have passed, I'll take you away from here to my shelter, said Naruto. He gently picked her up in his arms and went to the exit. Hey! Let me go to the ground. Sasuke demanded, red as a tomato. No, I'm scared for you. I love you, you fool, Naruto said with a blush. Sasuke was shocked by Naruto's words. But she pressed closer. They went to one of Naruto's shelters. Epilogue later, when Sasuke found out with Naruto that she was pregnant, they returned to Konoha. Later they had a son named Itachi. He had a Rinnegan in one eye and a Jogan in the other, all because of the mixing of Otsutsuki genes in his parents, and Tatsu was with you.